welcome to the Food for Thought Week 45. I imagine you're able to recall a time when you've either witnessed or experienced a selfish response to someone's giving. What are some positive, God-pleasing responses to someone's blessing or act of giving? Ask God to help you not be selfish, but to be extravagant in your giving. I can think of a great time. I was in IHOP with a group of friends, and there are some guys who were trying to get seated before other people, and the hostess she wasn't giving in. And one of the guys was being really flashy. He had some money out, and I was just being the jokester that I am. And like a few of them were $100 bills. So I was just like, I looked back there and I was like, oh, can I have one? And the guy's like, here you go. And I take the $100 bill, I put it in my pocket, I zip it up, and I go about my business. And my friends are like, oh my gosh. And the guy's friend, his reaction was like, oh man, why'd you give her this? And how did you, he was kind of up in arms about it. He wasn't too thrilled about that. I guess he felt like it should have been him. And so then my friends was just like I said, they were sitting there like stunned, and then they're just like, man, wow. And I'm like, well, you have to ask. You never know until you ask. And then they're like, oh, okay, so breakfast is on you, right? And I'm like, even though I did actually pay for their meal, I did pay it forward. So that is an example to me of being selfish about someone else's giving, or someone else doing something kind, and someone thinking that's just too much. Another instance I can think of, and I may have thought this before, but I know we have a bishop or pastor's appreciation every year, and the gift this year is $200, and so the staff is asking that every family participate, and there's over 15,000 people that go to my church. So just imagine how much money that is. I can't even do the calculations right now, but imagine how much money that is that he would be receiving. So some people I know are just like, oh, he doesn't need all of that money. I mean, if he got $200 from 20 people, that would be good. You know what I mean? But it is a gift. And so I can, the devil, Satan has entered my mind and tried to make me think that same thing before too, and you have to put that thought out of your mind. You have to not dwell on that thought, and you have to know that you are giving to bless someone else, and in God's eyes it's your heart, it's your attitude about giving that he is looking at. So you don't want to have those thoughts and that attitude sitting there and having it dwelling on your spirit. You really don't want that. So that's a time that I can think of where it's like he doesn't need our $200. I mean, $200 times 100 people, that's a lot of money, But at the same token is, the leader and the shepherd of our church. So it's like, you definitely want to bless and be obedient to God. So I can hear the grumbling though. I can hear it being thought, and I don't think I've ever heard someone actually say that. I mean, I've heard people from other churches, but I don't think I've heard, anyone at my church actually say like, you don't need that. But I can just say that that's something that, you want to honor your pastor and honor God by, giving a gift extravagantly. It is an extravagant gift, and I think that God does test our faith and test our hearts in those situations. So hopefully that helped you, and that gave you a little more insight on giving and your attitude towards it, as just like Judas Iscariot, just being selfish, or are you selfless? Which one? So anyway, something to dwell on. Hope that you have a great week. Bye.